Well, no question, last week I was very excited about the snow conditions report. It was basically the peak of winter to date, and we took advantage of it. We, being my wife and I, made it down 3 runs before injury struck, and we had to call it quits. But it was spectacular conditions out there at Crystal Mountain, and you could see still continuing for that to be the case. 100% of the runs are open, and that's really the case in most ski resorts across Michigan, so good news. I highly suggest taking advantage of it because we have mild temperatures heading our way, snow melting temperatures, and even some rain throughout much of lower Michigan. So this 98% of the state covered with snow, that is certainly going to change, especially across lower Michigan. Some of the most snow is up around the snow belt regions in northwest lower Michigan, but even that's going to be eaten away. And let me tell you, folks, I have never seen as little of snow as this across the UP for the middle of winter. This actually should say January 25th. Nonetheless, you can see only 5 inches of snow in Sault Ste. Marie a depth. That's just incredible. A little bit more, of course, as you work your way north of M28 along the Lake Superior shoreline. We're heading up north next week to do some snowmobiling, and it doesn't look very good, unfortunately. So far this winter, not a surprise across the board, every single location. We are running a deficit, not just across lower, but look at that deficit, close to 40 inches in Marquette. At one point, there were 60 inches. With the snow in the past couple of weeks, they helped their cause a bit. So here's temperatures, daytime highs above freezing each and every day. And not only that, but the latest 8 to 14 day temperature outlook for the first week of February doesn't look good. So again, take advantage of any snow that's out there for this weekend, whether you're a snowmobiler or skier. You can see the forecast out there. I think there's going to be a little bit of drizzle and a little bit of sprinkles here and there across lower Michigan over the weekend, but overall, I think it's going to be few and far between, just basically kind of a dreary forecast, if you will. Temperatures will cooperate. If you're out there skiing, you can see readings expected upper 30s near 40 degrees, so you probably won't even need a winter jacket if you're out skiing. Snowmobiling, that's not going to be good, especially for your 2-stroke snowmobiles. Nonetheless, you have a snow forecast, a huge difference between the European model for this upcoming week in terms of snowfall, basically nothing, and then you have the GFS model, which I think is overdone. Unfortunately, if I had to choose between the two, I think the European is going to be correct. But I always want to end on a positive note for those who like snow. It looks like the pattern is going to flip. This is called the Arctic Oscillation. And when you see it go negative, that's a sign that the pattern starts turning colder, and it looks like sometime right around the 2nd week of February that will occur. So fingers crossed if you want the snow and the cold, right around the 2nd week of February. Leading up to that, though, it doesn't look great. So again, hit those slopes this weekend.